Dear ladies and gentlemen, inside every one of us burns a flame, a fire that was never meant to go out. It's the fire of hope, the fire of purpose, the fire of determination, the fire of faith. But life has a way of throwing storms at us. Winds of doubt, rains of fear, and floods of disappointment try to extinguish it. Yet if you guard it, if you nurture it, if you fan it into flames, that fire will carry you through valleys, over mountains, and into victories you never imagined. This is not about being perfect. It's about staying lit when everything around you says to go cold. It's about refusing to surrender your passion, refusing to surrender your drive, refusing to surrender your faith. When you keep the fire alive, you walk through the darkest nights with light inside your soul. And today, I want to share 10 reminders that will help you keep that fire alive, no matter what life throws your way. 10 key points of the speech. Your fire begins with vision, what you see in your spirit before anyone else believes it. Protect your fire from negativity, because not everyone can handle the heat you carry. Feed your fire daily with faith, discipline, and courage, because flames die when neglected. Trials don't extinguish your fire, they refine it, making it stronger and brighter. Keep company with those who add wood to your fire, not those who pour water on it. Your fire must outlast your feelings, because emotions are temporary, but purpose is eternal. Passion without persistence fades. Consistency is what keeps the flame burning. Your fire isn't just for you, it lights the path for others walking in darkness. Don't let comfort zones smother your fire. Growth requires heat. When you feel your fire flickering, return to your source, the place where your passion and faith were first ignited. Your fire begins with vision, because vision is the spark that lights everything else. You see, before there is achievement, before there is breakthrough, before there is any outward evidence, there must first be an inner picture that you carry in your spirit. Vision is not about what your eyes can see, it's about what your heart knows to be possible. Some of the greatest victories in history started in the invisible, in the quiet imagination of someone who dared to believe that more was possible. And that's exactly how your fire starts. With the picture you hold on the inside, the fire grows when you protect your passion. Because passion is fragile if you leave it exposed to everything and everyone. There will always be voices, distractions, and even doubts within yourself that try to pour water on what God has placed inside. Got it? Let's expand key point 3 Your fire is tested in trials into a long, powerful section in a deep sermon-like flow, no subtitle, no conclusion, just pure expansion. Your fire is tested in trials because fire that is never tested can never be trusted. It's easy to burn bright when the room is comfortable, when the winds are calm, and when the skies are clear. But when the storms of life show up, when the pressure builds, and when everything in you wants to give up, that's when your fire is truly revealed. Trials are not sent to destroy you, but to refine you. Think of gold, it is purified in fire. Diamonds, they are formed under immense pressure. Even a seed, it must break in the dark soil before new life emerges. The same principle applies to your spirit. Your fire is proven not by how it shines in peace, but by how it endures in pain. Some of you may be walking through seasons where your dreams look delayed, your prayers feel unanswered, and your strength seems drained. And yet, even in that place, the fire is still working. Because when you press through tears, when you keep showing up even though you feel weak, when you hold on to hope while surrounded by doubt, that fire inside you is being made unshakable. Trials teach your fire to last. They teach your spirit to anchor itself not in circumstances but in conviction. And here's the beauty of it. Every test you go through becomes the fuel for your flame. The disappointment you survived, the heartbreak you endured, the betrayal that didn't break you, all of it adds wood to your fire. That's why some people can walk through storms and still radiate strength. It's because they've allowed trials to purify their flame instead of extinguishing it. Your fire isn't meant to die in the trial. It's meant to grow stronger, hotter, and brighter. so that when you come out of the storm, you shine in a way that inspires everyone around you. All right, let's expand key point 4 your fire needs fuel to keep burning in a deep, flowing, sermon-style message without subtitle or conclusion. Your fire needs fuel to keep burning because no flame can last if it is not fed. You can't expect passion, vision, and strength to remain alive in you if you never pour into yourself what keeps that fire alive. A fireplace with no wood eventually grows cold. A lamp with no oil goes dark. And in the same way, a spirit with no fuel loses its glow. The question is, what are you feeding your fire with? Because not everything adds to your flame. Some things drain it, some things suffocate it, and some things outright try to put it out. Fuel comes in the form of what you allow into your heart, your mind, and your daily habits. The conversations you keep, the voices you listen to, the content you consume. All of these either pour fuel on your fire or pour water over it. If you surround yourself with negativity, doubt, and fear, don't be surprised if your fire begins to flicker. But if you surround yourself with words of faith, encouragement, and truth, that flame inside of you will burn stronger and steadier. What you feed grows and what you starve dies. Some people wonder why they've lost their spark, why they feel cold inside, and it's often because they've neglected their fire. They've given everything to their job, to their struggles, to their distractions, and left nothing to keep their spirit alive. But here's the truth. Your fire will only last as long as the fuel you provide. That's why you can't afford to skip the moments that refuel you. You can't skip prayer, you can't skip reflection, you can't skip gratitude, you can't skip surrounding yourself with voices that lift you higher. These are the logs you place on the fire. Think about it like this. Every time you choose faith over fear, you've just added fuel. Every time you choose gratitude over complaining, you've added fuel. Every time you choose forgiveness over bitterness, you've added fuel. And slowly your fire begins to grow again, stronger than before. Fuel doesn't come in one dramatic moment. It comes in daily decisions, small acts of discipline, small moments of focus, small reminders of who you are and what you carry. These are the things that keep your fire alive. All right, let's expand key point 5 your fire must be protected from the winds of life in a full, sermon-style, flowing way without subtitle or conclusion. Your fire must be protected from the winds of life, because no matter how strong your flame burns, there will always be forces trying to blow it out. The winds of doubt, the winds of criticism, the winds of disappointment, the winds of delay, they all come. Sometimes they rush in suddenly, other times they creep in slowly, almost unnoticed, until you realize your fire is struggling to stay alive. That's why you cannot leave your flame exposed. You must be intentional about guarding it. Imagine lighting a candle in a storm. If you simply set it down and walk away, it will be gone in seconds. But if you cup your hands around it, if you shield it, if you protect it, the candle still shines despite the winds. In the same way, the fire inside of you needs protection. You can't expose your dreams to every negative opinion. You can't let every failure convince you you're finished. You can't give every fear free access to whisper in your ear. You have to guard your fire with focus, with wisdom, and with faith. Protection doesn't mean isolation. It doesn't mean you hide away from the world. It means you learn to stand tall in the winds without letting them control you. It means that when people doubt you, you don't let their words seep into your identity. When fear rises, you remind yourself that courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward anyway. When storms rage around you, you anchor yourself to the one who gave you the fire in the first place. Think about how many people start with passion, with vision, with energy, only to lose it when life gets hard. The problem is not that they didn't have fire. The problem is they didn't protect it. They let rejection turn into resignation. They let waiting turn into weariness. They let one closed door convince them that every door would stay shut. But those who guard their fire know that winds don't have to destroy them. Winds can refine them, strengthen them, even spread the flame wider if it's properly shielded. The truth is, life will test your flame, winds will come. No one is exempt. But if you guard your fire, if you refuse to let temporary storms extinguish eternal purpose, then no wind will have the final word. Because a fire that is protected grows stronger with resistance. A fire that is guarded is a fire that endures. And in the end, what endures outlasts the storm. Here's a full expansion of key point 6 your fire grows when you feed it daily in a large, flowing, sermon-style way without subtitle or conclusion. Your fire grows when you feed it daily because no flame, no matter how bright it starts, can keep burning without fuel. It doesn't matter how passionate you felt yesterday, how inspired you were last week, or how strong you seemed last year. If you don't keep adding wood to the fire, eventually it will die down to nothing but ashes. The truth is, passion is not permanent by accident. It is sustained through discipline, through consistent choices, through small daily decisions that add fuel to the flame. Think about a fireplace. You could build the biggest fire at night, watch it blaze with power, but if you don't put more wood in the morning, all you'll find are embers, and many people live their lives this way. They have a burst of energy, a spark of excitement, a moment of faith, and then they wonder why, days later, they feel cold, empty, or burned out. It's not because the fire wasn't real, it's because it wasn't fed. Your fire needs feeding every single day, feeding it with words that give life instead of words that drain, feeding it with gratitude instead of constant complaint, feeding it with prayer, with focus, with courage, with learning, with surrounding yourself with people who lift you instead of people who extinguish you. The fire inside you is like a living thing. It consumes whatever you give it. If you feed it fear, it will burn with anxiety. If you feed it doubt, it will smoke with confusion. But if you feed it hope, if you feed it consistency, if you feed it with vision and faith, it will blaze higher and stronger than you ever imagined. We cannot live off of yesterday's fire. Yesterday's inspiration is already gone. Yesterday's victories are in the past. Every new day requires new fuel, and sometimes that fuel doesn't look exciting. It looks like discipline. It looks like showing up when you don't feel like it. It looks like speaking life when your emotions scream otherwise. It looks like refusing to quit even when the progress feels invisible. But every time you choose to add one more piece of wood to your fire, you are building a flame that will not only last but spread. That's why some people shine only for a season while others burn with influence for a lifetime. The difference is not the size of their fire when they started. The difference is how faithfully they fed it, because passion will fade if neglected, but passion will grow when nourished. And when you commit to feeding your fire daily, nothing and no one will be able to extinguish the light that shines from within you.